A boy wakes up from a 5-year coma and tells the doctors something terrible. The sterile scent of antiseptic filled the air as the fluorescent lights flickered above. It was an ordinary day in the hospital, but for Dr. Emily Carter, it was anything but. She'd spent countless hours monitoring the boy in room 302, a patient who had been in a coma for 5 long years. Today, however, everything changed. "Where am I?" he croaked, his voice barely audible. "You're in the hospital," Dr. Carter replied gently. "You've been in a coma for 5 years. Can you tell me your name?" "Liam," he whispered, his voice trembling. "What happened to me?" As Dr. Carter explained the accident that had put him in a coma, a car crash that had claimed the lives of his parents, Liam's expression shifted from confusion to horror. He suddenly sat up, his eyes wide with panic. "I need to tell you something. It's important." Dr. Carter leaned closer, her heart pounding. "What is it, Liam? You can tell me." Liam took a deep breath, his hands trembling. "I saw something terrible while I was unconscious. There's a man who plans to hurt people. He's going to unleash something catastrophic." Dr. Carter's brow furrowed. "What do you mean? What did you see?" "I don't know how to explain it," Liam stammered, his voice rising in urgency. "In my dreams, I was in this dark place. There was a figure, a man with a hood. He spoke to me and he showed me visions of destruction, cities burning, people screaming. It felt so real. I think he's going to do it soon." Dr. Carter's mind raced. Could this be a delusion from his coma, or was there a grain of truth to his words? She quickly pressed the intercom button. "I need security and a psychologist in room 302 immediately." As they waited, Liam continued to speak, his voice growing more frantic. "You have to believe me. I don't know who he is, but I saw the date. It's tomorrow. He's going to strike at noon." Just then, a team of doctors and security personnel rushed into the room. Dr. Carter explained the situation, and they began to assess Liam's mental state. A psychologist, Dr. Patel, stepped forward, her expression serious. "Liam, I know this is overwhelming, but we need to make sure that you're safe and healthy first. Can you tell us more about what you saw?" Liam's eyes widened and he shook his head. "No, you don't understand. If you don't act now, people will die." Dr. Carter, feeling the weight of Liam's words, made a decision. "We can't ignore this. We need to report it to the authorities." She turned to the security team. "Get in touch with the police. We need to investigate this immediately." As the team scrambled to make calls, Liam's panic began to subside, replaced by a sense of purpose. "I can help," he said, his voice steadier now. "I can remember more if I focus." Within an hour, the police arrived, taking Liam's account seriously. They quickly mobilized teams to investigate the locations he described. As they prepared to leave, Liam looked at Dr. Carter, his eyes filled with gratitude and determination. "Thank you for believing me." Dr. Carter smiled, her heart swelling with pride. "You did this, Liam. You woke up just in time to save lives." As the clock ticked towards noon, the hospital buzzed with activity, but Liam felt a sense of calm wash over him. He'd awakened not just from a coma, but to a purpose, and in that moment he understood that sometimes the most extraordinary heroes emerge from the darkest places.